professor here at the University of Illinois. My area of research is in agribusiness management. I specialize especially in the context of Brazil and Argentina, and I also direct the Food and Agribusiness Program. In my field, I've been working in Brazil for the last 10 years, and I went there for a couple of reasons, because I thought it was an essential laboratory for research in my area. It is the frontier, sits at the frontier of agricultural production, largest farming operations in the world, lets us really see the future of agriculture, which is very cool. But also, it is the largest investment in what are called the low latitude regions. And given that in low latitude production of corn and soybeans, my area of work, this is a very new area, posing some very, very new challenges, especially related to post-harvest loss. So managing loss in tropical environments, heavy rain environments during harvest. This is a big problem and a big deal, and not one that's been well researched. My research partner is Dr. Altair Moura at the University of Viçosa in the state of Minas Gerais, and we're going to be working in the state of Mato Grosso. Success for us is understanding the system of loss, that it's a system problem, we believe, and understanding and really how it happens and why it happens. And then a very important part as economists is that solving the calculus of loss, meaning that not all loss is bad. You might not want to lose loss, but the cost of mitigating all loss might be infinitely expensive. So there's a trade-off that goes on. And in Mato Grosso, there's a revolution going on in a practice called the safrinha. And the safrinha is a second crop where you're planting a corn crop directly behind a soybean harvest, which means that the soybean harvest occurs in the rain. It literally occurs in the rain, and producers have to manage that. And so maybe some loss to get in a corn crop is worth, a soybean loss is worth getting the corn crop in a timely fashion. Negotiating this, managing this, solving this, providing storage and transport with this very, very unique kind of revolutionary practice of double cropping or a succession crop. Managing and understanding loss is a very exciting proposition for us, and we will be the first to understand it and the first to provide scientific results related to it and helping managers and industry address it. For my partner and I, we've got a couple of significant challenges, because while there's been some work done on harvest loss, meaning the loss from in back of the combine in southern Brazil, harvest loss has not been measured in the high growth region of Mato Grosso, which is producing about 35% of Brazil's production and 10% of the world production. So just knowing that and measuring that, is important, but also we're going to have to implement that, and that'll be a challenge. But we're also realize that it's a systems problem, and so we've got to be able to measure loss in the short haul. This is an area often forgotten, but in Mato Grosso, distances, like in a lot of the new growth areas, the savannas of Africa and so forth, are great. The fields are large. The distance to hard surface roads, they may not even exist, and the distance to storage or the elevators can be quite large, and transportation infrastructure is quite weak. And the third component we've got to figure out is this loss in hot, humid climates. in varying different types of storage that are available in Mato Grosso. And so modeling, studying that and then modeling that becomes quite critical. So